Hi students, my name is Niyazi Hacızadə. In this semester we'll learn with you new subjects which is calling informatics or computer science. In our country this subject is calling informatics, and in the other European countries this subject is calling computer science. When we are talking about informatics or computer science, you think that there are same things. Why we will learn these subjects at Azerbaijan Medical University? Because when you will finish our university and will be going to the modeling clinics in order to work, and in order to do your work very easy, all time you will be using from the computers. And because of at the Azerbaijan Medical University, in the first course we'll teach for you computer science or informatics. What is the informatics? And what is our lectures, first lectures? Our first lectures is calling subject of the informatics, concept of information, forms of information, and method of representation of information, receiving, sending, transformation of information, processing of information, information coding and numeral system, medical information, processing of the medical biological information, units of the information, and application of information technologies in medicine. Now let us explain what is the informatics. Informatics is the science about information. What does that mean? Informatics is the science about information. It means that all time in our life we are meeting the big information. In order to process, in order to save, in order to send information from one side to the other side, we'll be using a special electronic device which is calling computers. And on the basis of the informatics, basically is saying computers. And itself informatics is studies the structure, algorithms, behavior, and interaction of natural and artificial systems which store, process, access, and communicate information. Now attention please here. In order to do easy of our work, and will be all time collect information, and in order to process all this information for the first time will be enter this information using by the specialty input devices to the memory of our computers, and after that will be process all information in the memory of our computers, and after that will be save information and will be sending information from one side to the other side. And as if you want, you will be print your information from computers to the paper using by the specialty output devices, which you know that it's calling basically printer. We learn with you when we learn with you architecture of our computers. And which type of information you have seen in your life? You know that basically we know different type of information. Which type of forms and methods of information presentation, type of information. First, you know that there are a different type of information. First is calling visual information. What is the visual information? When we are talking about visual information, it means that what we see with our eyes. Everything we see with our eyes is visual information. Second, information in the form of sound. For example, all the information we heard is in the form of sound. Then radio waves, for example, when talking on the phone, information is transmitted in the form of radio waves from the phone to the phone of the person we are talking to. And besides that, you know, the other different type of information, mathematical information, musical information, schedule information, and else. In order to solve, in order to process all this information, for the first time, we will enter all this information to the computers, and after that we will save this information in the different type of memories of the computers, and after that we will process this information, and which process, and it depends from the you. It means that you will be do some mathematical, logical operations and the other operations and else. And after that, you will be sent, after processing information, you will be sent this information from one side to other side, or you will be print on the paper. Basically, besides this type of information, if we look at the issue through the eyes of informatics, there are basically only two forms of information. Which form information? Analog and digital information. Now let us explain what is the analog information, what is the digital information. Let us explain for the first time analog information. Analog information, it's that information all time we see, we hear and feel is all these are calling analog information. It means that analog information, it's that information which are located outside of the computers. For example, you talk and your friend listens to you. Sound signals from your mouth enter his ear and he can hear you. Or if you are currently reading this text, the light reflected from the text enters your eyes and you can see the text. This information is analog information. And just remember, analog information is continuous information. It means that all information which are located outside of the computers are calling analog information. That information, while you don't enter to the memory of the computers, all this information you can say are calling analog information. And what is the digital information? Let us explain what is the digital information. Attention please here. All information which are located outside computers, we said that is calling analog information. Now let us see, if you will be enter this analog information to the memory of the computers using by the specialty input devices, will computers understand all this information or not? If we are speaking with each other, does computers understand all this information or not? Of course not. In order to understand all information by the computers, for the first time, we will enter all analog information to the memory of the computers using by the specialty input devices, and after that, computers will transfer all analog information to the machine language and to the electronics components, and after that, these electronic components will be understanding by the computers. It means that in the brain of the computers and many modern devices, information exists in digital form, not analog. Digital information is coded information. And let us see what is the coded. So what is the coded then? And now let us explain. When we will enter information to the memory of the computers, computers just will be transfer all this information to the machine language. What does that mean? It means that if you will be press on the keyboard to the some symbols, or if you want to enter some symbols or some numbers to the memory of the computers, in that case, computers just will be write code of these symbols to the memory of the computers. It means that all information which are located in the memory of the computers are saved as digits. These digits consist from the two numbers and which is calling 1 and 0. 1 and 0, you know that there are calling elements of the binary systems just in order using in order to code all information which are located in the memory of the computers. What does that mean? It means that computers are not as smart as us. We are also watches TV, writes on Facebook, listen to music and studies. That is, we can receive information in the form of light, sound, and emotion at the same time. But the computers can't do that. It can only work with numbers. all information entered into computers, as I have said, is converted into numbers. It means that codes, as soon as it is entered to the numbers 1 and 0. But this is calling digital information, which coded using by the elements of the binary system, which consists 0 and 1. You know that digital information is a discrete information. If you have some questions, which difference between analog and digital information, you will be say digital information is discrete information and analog information is continuous information. And after that, what is the basic processes of information? Basic processes of information, it means that all information which are located in the memory of the computers are calling data. All information will be calling data. In order to process all information in the memory of the computers for the first time, we must collect information. Second, we must save or storage information which has been entered by the human to the memory of the computers. After storage, will be processing all information in the computers, and after processing will be transfer information from one side to the other side because of its calling transmission. Let us begin from the first collection. What is the collection of the information? You know that the information is collected in order to obtain information about the condition of the studied object. And if you want to study about some objects, in that case you will be collect information about these objects because of we have said in order to learn, in order to study of the objects for the first time, you will be collect information about these objects. The collection of information is usually performed by humans, and in the case of automation, by technical means and system. It means that all information will be processing in the memory of the computers will be collected by the human. If you need automatically collect all this information, in that case you will be using by the technical systems. It means that you will be using from the computers and other technical means. Second, we have said storage of the information. What is the storage information? You know that all informations which will be entered by the you to the memory of the computers, this information will be saving in the different type of memories of the computers. Computers also as human as well. All information you keep in your brain, and the computers also will be save all information in the different type of memories of the computers. The information is stored on the media before and after processing, from paper, from other perforated paper, from perforated card, from magnetic tape as a carrier of information. You know that from magnetic and laser disc and flash cards and memory cards. And then when we learn with you architecture of the computers, they will remember to that all information will be saving in the basic memories of the computers and secondary memories of the computers. And after that, after storage of the information in the different type of memories of the computers, we can process all information. And at the same time, you know that in order to process all information in the memory of the computers for the first time, we must save all this information in the something in order to do some process on this information. Third, we said that processing of the information. What does that mean, processing of the information? It means that in order to do some calculation, some mathematical, some logical operation on the information you will be using from the specialty processing of the information. And all information which will be processing in the computer, it will be doing by the specialty technical device, which is calling processor, which we will learn with you in the architecture of the computers. Information processing is the solution of the problem. It means that information processing is the solution of the problem. Computers use algorithms and programs to process information. For example, we download a test file from the internet and see that it contains tests that confuse our brains. We open the file and delete this test. In other words, we process this. In order to delete some information from computers, in order to do some mathematical operation, in order to do some logical operations on the computers are calling processing of the information. After processing of the information, you can save all this information again in the different type of memories, and you can send information from one side to the other side, and or you can print all this information on the paper using by the output devices, which is calling printer. And then first is transmission of the information. What does that mean? It means that all information which for the first time we enter it to the memory of the computers, and after that we save it, we store it in the memories of the computers, and after that we process it all information in the computers, and after that we can send information from one side to the other side. You know that using from the different type of methods, you can send information. After that, you can even send using by the email from one country to the other country, and else. But here also, the transmission of the information can be done by various means depending on the distance. Cables are used for short distance transmissions, and the communication canals, telephone, telegraph, satellite communication are used for long distance transmissions. It means that different type of technical support of the computers, you can transmission of information. And you know that in order to measure volume of the information in the computers, we'll be using a specialty unit which is calling 1 bit. 1 bit is the smallest unit of the information which has been organized one of the combination of the two words from the binary and digits, and together has organized 1 bit. 1 bit is calling smallest information units of the information. Now here you know that from the physics, all physical quantity has its own physical unit, and here also in order to measure volume of our memories, in order to measure volume of our information, we'll be using a specialty unit of the information. 1 bit consists from the two numbers, two digits, which is calling 1 and 0. There are calling elements of the binary systems. And if you will have some questions, what is the 1 bit information? You will be say 1 bit is 0 or 1, not 0 and 1, 0 or 1. It means that 1 bit consists is either 0 or is 1 number. 1 bit of information is the smallest and the minimum unit of the measurement of the information, because of basic unit in computer science has been accepted as 1 byte. What is the 1 byte? 1 byte equals 8-bit information. It means that all time in the computer science, in the informatics, we'll be using from the 1 byte information. 1 byte information, 8 bit. It means that we have 8 digits which consist from the 0 and 1. And at the same time, if you will have question, what is the 3 byte information? In that case, you will be say 3 multiplied to 8, it will be 24 bits information. There are also units of measurement larger than bytes in computer science. For example, we'll be often using kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, units of the information. But the following slide shows the units of the other information. For example, we have said to that 1 byte information is equal 8 bit. It means that we have 8 different type of 0 and 1 bits information. And what is the 1 kilobyte? It means that 1 kilobyte information is equal 1024 byte information. If you want show by the byte, in that case you will be write 2 power 10 byte information. After kilobyte comes megabyte. What is the 1 megabyte information? 1 megabyte information is equal 1024 kilobyte information. If you want show by the power 2 power 10 kilobytes, it means that it's equal to power 20 byte information. But here you can show by the megabyte and the kilobyte and byte. After megabyte comes 1 gigabyte information. What is the 1 gigabyte information? 1 gigabyte information, 1024 megabyte. It will be equal to power 10 megabytes, and it's also equal to power 20 kilobytes. And if you want show by the byte, you will be show write 2 power 30 byte information. But all time basically we'll be using by the kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, and it. But if you want to know about other more units than kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, we'll be using following units of the information. There are calling 1 terabyte, 1 petabyte, and exabyte, gigabyte, zettabyte, terabyte, and it. But all these units are shown in this slide. If you will be used from this slide, you can learn all these units of the information. After that, we have said that all information which has been entered by you to the memory of the computers, they just will be transferred from the analog form to the digital forms. It means that each number, each symbols, each other additional symbols on the keyboards has been coded using by the number system in the memory of the computers. But all information basically coded using by the elements of the binary system, which consists from the 1 and 0. And what is the number system? A number system consists of an ordered set of symbols, digits, with a relation defined for addition, subtract, multiplication, and division. And the radix of number system is the total number of digits allowed in the system. Any number in a system can have both an integer while part and fractional part separated with a radix point. And you know that from your high school we have 2 types of number system. Which number system? Positional number system and non-positional number system. What is the positional number system and non-positional number system? In order to code in order to represent all information which are located in the memory of the computers, we will be using from the two type number system, positional and non-positional number system. Number system also itself form of the coding systems, because again I have said that all information are saved in the memory of the computers as digits, not as symbol, because of all this information are calling digital information. At the same time, in fact, digital information just will be understand our computers. And then if we will see a classification of the number system, you will be see in the slide positional number system and non-positional number system. What is the positional number system? Students in the computer science basically will be using different type of number systems, and the first is calling binary number system, second is calling octal number system, third is calling a decimal number system, and after that come a hexadecimal number system and other number system. But positional number system, to the positional number system comes in just decimal, octal, binary, hexadecimal, BCD, and 8421 code number system. And what is the non-positional number system? To the non-positional number system contain some different type of coding system. XS3 code system, Cyrillic code system, cyclic code system, Roman code system, and Gray code system. But now, in order to different number systems, we have said basically in the memory of the computer science will be using a different type of number system. When we are talking about binary number system, it means that in the binary number system just will be taking part two numbers beginning from the 0 till 1. Base of the number system is 2. After a number system, after a binary number systems come octal number system. Base of the number system is 8, and the first number system is 0, and the last number last number is 7. It means that in the octal number system, first number is 0, last number is 7. And after that comes a decimal number system. Base of the number system is 10, and the first number in the decimal number system is 0, and last number is 9. Why? Because in the decimal number system we have 10 numbers. First is beginning from the 0, and because of last number our will be 9. After that, you know from your high school that in the number system, in order to organize number system, basically we'll be using just digits, just numbers, not other symbols, just numbers beginning from the 0 till 9. Because of, in order to organize hexadecimal number systems, for the first time will be take first number 0, last number 9. As well, in this hexadecimal system, number system will be finishing in the 9th, and in order to continue of the hexadecimal number systems will be take six capital letters of the English alphabet, and will be added to the 9. In the results will be take 16 numbers. But attention please, here in the second schedule you will be see number system. What see you here, binary number system base is 2, and the digit consists just 0 and 1. Octal number system beginning from the 0 till 7. Why? Because this number is beginning from the 0, because of we finish it in the 7. Decimal number system, what you see, base of the number 10 and other comes beginning from the 0 till 9. And the hexadecimal number system as well, our numbers will be finished in the 9, will take a 6, capital letters of the English alphabet. It means that A, B, C, D, E, F will be additional number system. In the hexadecimal number system, first number is calling 0, last number is calling F. If you will have question, what is the first number and last number in the hexadecimal system, you will be say the first number is 0, last number is F, not 15, not 16, not 14, and S. Because of what here after 9 digits will be coming. A will be 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 15. Why 15? Because our first number is 0. All time, you remember how many digits will be take part in the different type of number systems. Okay, we have said that a number system also one form of the coding system. And if you will be a conversion of decimal number system from the decimal number integer number system to the binary, you will be following solution. In order to convert a decimal integer number into binary, the integer number is divided by the 2. Why? Because base of the number system is 2 and the remainder is recorded. The quantity is again divided by 2 and the remainder is again recorded. This process goes on till the quotient becomes 0. At this stage, the reminders obtained at each step are written starting from the last one. The resulting number is the desired binary number. Let us convert the decimal number 29 into binary system. What see you here, for example, you will be take 29 and divide by 2. After that, you will be get 14 and the remainder is 1. Again, you will be take 14. Again, you will be divide by 2 and the remainder you will be get quotient you will be take 7 and remainder is 0. Then you will be take all number beginning from the right side to left side, and you will be take what this remainder number 1, 2, 0, and S. Then coding of the information. If you remember, in the beginning of our lectures, we have said that all information which will be entered to the memory of our computers, these informations will be for the first time coding, and after that, computers will understand what we are doing. You know that it's important to know how data is processed inside a computer. For example, if we press an alphabet key, then how that alphabet goes inside the computer. Does the computer understand the language which we speak or use? Of course not. And after all, computers is made up of various electronic components. The human language or instructions have to be transformed into a form which can be processed by these electronic components. It's noted that any of the electronic components can process two physical states. To represent a two-state system, the binary system is the most suited one since it works only 2 digits, 0 and 1, which calls bits. And we then we use it from the bits and said that bits is very smallest units of the information in order to measure volume of the other memories and in order to measure volume of the other computers. And it means that in order to code all symbols which are located on the keyboards will be using a specialty coding system. In the computer science, basically, we are using in the two type of famous coding system. First coding system is called American Standard Code for information interchange, and second is calling Unicode. and the code, which is the difference between American Standard Code and Unicode. Now, attention please here. In this slide, you see a description of this information. What you see on the keyboard, we have different type of symbols, numbers, and letters and it. In order to code all symbols, all numbers which are located on the keyboard, will for the first time will be used by the American Standard Code. And by the American Standard Code, basically we have taken 2 power 7. 2 power 7, it means that 128 characters. And using by the 128 characters, just we can code all symbols which are located on the keyboard. And in order to code one alphabet, I mean that of the English alphabet, we'll be using not 7-bit. By the American Standard Code, we will take 1 byte information, because of 2 power 8 will be equal to the 256. And here from 255 numbers, we have taken 128 numbers in order to code all symbols, all numbers which are located on the keyboard, and other numbers, I mean that beginning from the 128 till 255 numbers will be going to the code of the one alphabet of the American alphabet. It means that here these numbers will be going to code capital and small letters of the English alphabet. And see what by the American Standard Code, we just can code all symbols which are located on the keyboard, and other using by the other numbers, we can just code one alphabet. It means that English alphabet. And you know that in order to code other alphabets of the different countries, it's a very small American standard coding system, because of the idea of having 8-bit code has been further extended to generate a 16-bit code which has the possibilities to store characters of all major language of the world. And because of in the following, scientists has taken 2 power 16. It means that 16-bit. It means that 2 byte information, and coded all major language of the world. Because of this makes the computers multilingual. Such a code is termed as Unicode. It means that the first here also the first 128 combinations in Unicode have been set same as those given by American Standard Code for information interchange. And the difference between American Standard Code and Unicode is just using by the American Standard Code, we can again repeat, code just all symbols which are located on the keyboard, and other numbers will be going to the for the coding just one alphabet, one English alphabet. But here, when we have used it by the Unicode and by this coding system, we can code all alphabets of the different countries because of this difference in this. After that, we will talk about medical informatics, medical information. What does that mean, medical informatics and medical information? You know that when you finish our university and you will be go to work to the modern clinics, and there you will be all time using from the medical informatics. What does that mean, medical informatics? And in order to learn medical informatics, you have to know medical informatics is the discipline of health informatics that directly impacts the patient-physician's relationship. What does that mean? It means that in order to collect some information, I mean that history about your patients, you will be collect information about your patients, and after that you will be you will be save all this collection information in the memory of your computer, and after that you will be process all this information, and after that you will be transfer this information from one side to the other side. But here also, in order to take some information about your patients for the first time, you will be collect all this information, and after that it focuses on the information technology that enables the effective collection of data using technology tools to develop medical knowledge and to facilitate the delivery of patient medical care. And it means that in order to collect information about patients for the first time, you will be collect all these informations. And after that, when we are talking about medical informatics, it means that medical informatics is important because in the past 10 years, powerful computers, software, and information technologies have been developed to enable healthcare organizations to automate some of the work of decision making for improved quality of care and cost control and for successful managed care contracting. But our first lectures is finished here, and what we learned about our first lectures. And today, using our first lectures, we learned with you about informatics and what is the informatics, and we learned what does study medical informatics, and then we learned with you forms of the informations and the methods of representation of informations, and which forms of information we learned with you, analog information and digital information. Then we learned with you today receiving, sending, transformation of information. What does that mean? Receiving, sending, transformation of information. It means that in order to collect informations about object, and we must collect information. After that, we entering this information to the memory of the computers, and after that we process all these informations. Then we learned with you information coding and numeral system. We have said that all information which are located in the memory of the computers has been coding by the using of the elements binary system. And after that, we learned with you that all information which has been entered to the memory of the computers and are saving in the memory of the computers as digits, and these digits are calling digital informations. Then we learned with you about number system, and we said that besides binary system in the computer science are using other different type of number system, which is calling binary system and octal system, decimal system, and Then we learned the hexadecimal system and EDS. Then we learned with you two type of number system: positional number system, non-positional number system, and we explained that what is a positional number system and non-positional number system. Then we learned with you medical information, what is the medical information, and how we can collect all medical information and else. Then we learned with you processing of the medical biological information. It means that how we can process all medical information in the computers. You know that using by the medical information, we can do analysis for the patient. We can do some surgical operations for the patients. It means that using from the different type of medical programs in the computers. And then we learned with you units of the information, and we said that first unit is calling 1 bit, and after bits comes byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, and other units of the information. Then we learned with you application of the information technologies in the medicine. What does that mean? It means that at the moment in the different type of using by the different type of computers, we apply all these computers to the medicine. Why? Because in order to do our work very easy, and we use it from the different type of computers programs. Our lectures has come to the end, and the second lectures I'll explain to you architecture of the computers. I mean that hardware and software of the computer science. Next lesson, you see what is the hardware, what is the software, and which difference between hardware and software of the computer science. And after that, we'll explain with you other topics of the computer science.